A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off. And that first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. And talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Scanning the field, it's Silver. Grab near the sticks, it's Barmore. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Savage. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
White going to attack through the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Pick off! What a play by this defense! Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Castillo. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Silver. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Got it in the middle. It's Castillo. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the 1st drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal coming up. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Guys, LSU has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw on third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though. I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love turning it on.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sooners will hustle to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
29 Philly, 2 alert. Double right.
Hands it off. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. offense out onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem them. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Oh, it's a reverse. Breaks into the open. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways, and I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
Looking for a gap. It's Savage. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Give to the running back. Tough sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside kick.
This offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Motion from the wide receiver. White wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. 3rd down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Quinlan under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Nevada. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he was will just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making checks. White going to attack through the air. Dances away. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. What a play there. He rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off, and not only did he get a couple of yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It is perfect. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Silver. Buys a little extra time. Throws into the middle of the field. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Touchdown, Tigers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
There was a lot of pressure on this offense on this drive, knowing they had an opportunity to take the lead into halftime if they could execute. If they get this extra point after that touchdown, that's exactly what's going to happen.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Savage. rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Oklahoma.
White wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there. Back going the other direction.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy 1st down.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Get set, get set. Lion.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
4-2 Spider. Flex.
White going to attack through the air. Backs looking for the goal line. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Push down for the tackle.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and he'll just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fires to the right. He's got an open man. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield, it's Silver. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They boot it away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Savage. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
White wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
That's caught. It's Savage. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Silver. Pocket breaking down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Right down the middle. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds.
Is on their side. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping all 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he's going to carry the ball.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the tailback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
You want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll bring it out. It's Whitted. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Silver. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse.